Hey friends, Kenji, NumotTheNummy back for another edition of Drafting with Numot. This format has been taking a big old dump on me. My win rate is about 54%. I just finished the stream today and lost 5 drafts in a row. So, I think there's something fundamentally wrong with how I'm drafting this format, but I'm not entirely sure what. It does feel a little more basic, than other formats, especially right after following Hour of Devastation. But yeah, hopefully we can pull this off. This is a single elimination draft, so well, let's not lose round one. Anyways, we have a Kumena's Speaker for the Merfolk, Ranging Raptors, just a great 3-drop green card. Tashana's Wayfinder, another green card. Siren Storm Tamer, another decent one, and a Fire Cannon Blast here. I think I like the Ranging Raptors, but there are a few other green cards in this pack, so it's a little bit awkward, which might push me down the route of Fire Cannon Blast as the only good red card in the pack. I'm going to try the Blast and hope this pays off. The thing is, again, I'm passing a few other good green cards if I took a green card, so let's take the only good red card in the pack and see what we get past from here. Well, a Sunbird's Invocation. I love this card in Sealed. I think it's very bomby in Sealed. In Draft, it's a little bit different, but if you can play it and you are not just dead the very next turn, then generally this is going to push you over the top. I'm going to go ahead and take it second pick here. We got a few other good cards, of course, but I think Sunbird's is the most fun and the most highest upside. Passing a Grazing Whiptail, Stormfleet, Pyromancer, and some other filler cards. But let's try this Sunbird's Invocation. Okay, another decent pack here for us. Fiery Cannonade, Tillinolly's Knight, and a Sky Terror, all pretty good pickups. Depending on which route I want to take, I can take a more aggressive slanted creature, or I can take a more control route card. Cannonade is just great versus a lot of the creatures and cards in this format. I think I might try to take the Cannonade here over the Tillinolly's Knight or the Sky Terror. I think it's going to go better in a Sunbird's Invocation deck. So let's take the Cannonade, see what havoc we can wreak from this. Just one of the best sideboard cards, so happy to pick it up. Okay, got a few good cards in this pack. Dreadnought's definitely fine. Prosperous Pirates is quite good. Rummaging Goblins Stay on Red is fine. Skullduggery is a nice combat trick. One of the best combat tricks, actually, is Skullduggery. Remember, you have to have targets, though. If your opponent doesn't have a creature or you don't have a creature, you can't cast it, so something to note here. Man, I almost want to take the Prosperous Pirates, as that card has just gone up and up in my opinion. Treasure's very nice. It's got a decent sized body as well, but could definitely see taking one of these other cards. I'm going to try taking the Pirates here. This might be an awkward pickup for sure, but I think it's the one I'm going to go with. Could definitely be doing more of a blue-red pirate strat where Fiery Cannonade also has some good value there. All right, another Kumena's Speaker. So Merfolk could be open. I don't think Kopala's particularly great, but definitely fine in Merfolk deck. Could also take Sun-Crowned Hunters here. There's an Ixalan's Diviner. So decent overall. I don't think we're going to jump into the Merfolk route, and both these red cards are more filler than anything. I'm almost tempted to take the Diviner and stay open to the idea of green, so let's do that. Diviner's just a nice solid 2-drop, blocks most things in the early game, and can buy you some explore value, of course. This pack's quite bad. I'm going to take the Sirens Roost. Summit for potential splashing, or could just take one of those, black cards. Skittering Heartstopper's not terrible, but Ruse already value with the Pirates. Okay, going to take another Pirates here, pretty happily. Not passing too much. Rallying Roar is fine if you're going to go in the wide strategy of Vampires. Queen's Agent is okay. Dinosaur's okay, but pretty happy to take another Pirates. This also just lets us fix. Getting 2 treasures means you can effectively splash almost anything in the format, save for, like a Burning Sun's Avatar, but we're already in red anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. I'm going to go take the Sun-Crowned Hunters at this point. Chupacabra is nice in the Explore deck, although The Explore deck is a little bit hard to come by. Everybody wants the Explore cards, and you don't want to load up on expensive Explore creatures like the Sunrise Seeker or the Queen's Agents. Okay, nothing here for me. We could take a sideboard Crushing Canopy. Ryle is fine, but definitely something I don't want to be running. Heartstopper is also okay. I think we'll just take the sideboard Crushing Canopy just in case. Okay, some okay cards here. Follow up this pack. Pillage is good. I don't need a Sun-Crowned Hunter's number 2, and I probably don't need a second Sirens Roost, so we'll take the green card, and again, just stay open to the idea of green. Fleet Swallower, not very good at all. I'm going to go with the Commune with Dinosaurs here. And we'll go Unknown Shores in case we decide to splash. A little bit all over the place, but I do think we are going to probably be base blue-red. I mean, none of these green cards are very good. Just the idea. Some more sideboard chaff. Yeah, so pretty medium pack 1 for me. But we do have some nice ones and good removal. Again, Cannonade, good. Fire Cannon Blast, pretty good. Pirates, good. Invocation, awesome. And some last pick filler. All right, so let's get a nice pack 2 going. Because pack 1 just gave me some pretty medium stuffs. Oh, I guess there was one more pick left. Didn't even notice. Conqueror's Galleon. Card is very solid. Problem is, it's quite slow as well. Fort a Crew is hard to do a lot of the time, but man, when this transforms, it's just so hard to lose in any prolonged board or prolonged game. You know, you can loot, you can just simply draw a card, and you can return something from your graveyard to your hand. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Conqueror's Galleon here. There's not too much else in this pack anyways. I mean, you have things like Territorial Hammerskull, which is premium 3-drop, common in white. But otherwise, yeah, Galleon away. Okay, we have another Fire Cannon Blast here. Contract Killing, Raptor Hatchling. I think I like taking another Fire Cannon Blast, but I could see taking the Raptor Hatchling for sure, just as a pretty annoying early blocker, something that synergizes well with the Fiery Cannonade I already have, but just gonna take the Fire Cannon. Sanctum Seeker, you don't say. Well, not taking that. Deadeye Plunders, I could splash. Another Tillinolly's Knight here, but it's just a bear in our deck, basically. Excuse me. Don't need the Windstrider. Almost tempted to take the Ixalan's Diviner. Plunder or Diviner? It's probably the Plunderer here. Okay, now I'm going to take the Contract Killing, and maybe we go like Grixis Treasures, because Grixis is the color combination, or at least blue-black is the color combination you want to go for treasures, especially for treasures that splash other cards. So, you know, it could be that we're red-black splashing blue. Contract Killing, just a good card here. Problem I see is that my curve is very, very high right now, and so, yeah, both of these 3-drops are going to help. Water Trap Weaver and Ruthless Knave both solid enough. This is probably not so much a Ruthless Knave deck as I don't have early creatures to sacrifice, and Water Trap Weaver can buy us a lot of time. The only problem is that the Weaver dies to Fiery Cannonade, whereas the Knave doesn't, but I still think we want the Weaver here instead. Definitely need some more early game, but we're getting there. We're building a deck. Is it a good deck? Well, stay tuned to find out. Let's see, we have a few good pirates for the Sirens Roost. The nice thing about Sirens Roost with Prosperous Pirates specifically is that you can play the pirates on turn 5. they produce two treasures, so you can hold up the ruse in case your opponent has a removal spell or a trick, and then you just get to flicker them and rebuy those treasures and draw an extra card. Ooh, Thematic Compass, yes. Great artifact. Slow, a little bit dirtly, of course, but man, this one is nice, especially when I'm splashing. Turns into an Amaze of Ith for your opponent's creatures later on in the game. Can even do some pseudo-ramping, and yeah, just a lot of good work there for the Compass. Alright, nothing here for me. We're not taking the bear. I suppose a Spell Pierce could potentially work. At this point, I think green's out of the question, so pretty happy just to jam a 2-drop here, even if it's not great. Something to do early is nice. I could also see taking Makeshift Munitions as, again, you can sacrifice artifacts, and treasures are indeed artifacts, and we are producing a lot of treasures, so that's some good value if I wanted to take that, but I think we just want the 2-drop creature. All this filler here. I don't think we're playing either of these cards, so we'll take a Schooner just in case. Okay, third Prosperous Pirates is quite a bit. I really need to pick up these Sailor of Means. The 3-drop that can ramp me into 5 mana. The only thing Frenzied Raptor has going for it is that it can crew the Conqueror's Galleon by itself, but I don't think we want that card. But the thing is, I already have 2 Prosperous Pirates, and I probably don't need a third, and we'd like to just lower our curve, so it's going to be the Raptor. Alright, all filler cards here. Sure Strike is a fine combat trick. Don't need a second Sun Crown. Fire Cannon does have utility, sideboard purposes. This is a little bit awkward. Pretty short on the creature count, and not a great game plan. We kind of want to just get to late game and outvalue our opponent. Conqueror's Galleon, pretty good at doing that, as is Sunbird's Invocation. Legion Conquistador. Okay. Alright, last pick of that pack. We opened up a Ripjaw Raptor. Clearly a great card, but not one we can take here. Oh, that's not true. I could actually take it a little bit easily with the number of treasures I'm producing. It's just I think we have better options. Like, I'd almost rather take the Fathom Fleet Firebrand or the Contract Killing number 2. How greedy do I want to get? Because I kind of want to take the Ripjaw. But, again, maybe taking the Ripjaw might be too cute. I'm not doing very well in this format, so I think I'm going to stick to just taking the safer play of Fathom Fleet Firebrand. It's just a good 2-drop anyways. Alright, another solid pack here for us. I'm just going to slam the Sailor of Means. I think Search for Azcanta has definite utility. We actually saw a lot of that at the World Champs in those control decks, but Sailor of Means is a good early blocker. It's a 1/4 for 3 that ramps us to 5, gives us that treasure. Aerialist, another Knight, Rummaging Goblin, but easy Sailor of Means for me. Whew! And how about a Charging Monster Store? There's a win con for you. Glutted on 5 drops, but not passing this Monster Store, and we might even wield this Munitions like that other one did in the previous pack. Brazen Buccaneers, Headstrong Brutes, Headwater Sentries, all fine. In fact, another Contract Killing here as well, but we'll take the powerful 5/5. Not sure I can afford to take another Contract Killing here. Pirate's Prize seems like it might be slightly better of a choice. That or Storm Tamer. Granted, I don't think this is really the deck for Storm Tamer, but I do think this card is very powerful, very annoying as a 1-drop. Let's go with the prize here. Weaver number 2 or Fathom Fleet Firebrand number 2. I think we'll take the Fathom Fleet. These actually trade up really nicely and turn into win cons later in the game. Storm Sculptor wouldn't be terrible, but it's only really bouncing our Prosperous Pirates for value, and so I think we'll just pass it up for now. Take that other Fathom Fleet. Late Vine Shaper Mystic for the Pirates, or sorry, for the Merfolk deck. Not really looking to take another 5-drop. But then again, am I taking a Pirate's Prize instead then? I already have one. I guess that's probably fine. Okay, some more late green cards. Tishana's Wayfinder. Too late for me to move into Merfolk, of course. It's possible I want to take the Hierophant's Chalice just to get from 3 to 5 quicker. No joke. Because Shaper Apprentice and Nest Robber would all be filler. Wow, I might actually try this Hierophant's Chalice, as bad as that seems. Alright, wield a Brazen Buccaneers and a Storm Sculptor. These just don't fit our deck plan very well, is the problem. But I'd rather have the Brazen here. Yeah, I wonder if I'm supposed to try this Chalice out to go from 3 to 5 since I only picked up 1 Sailor of Means. Cancel, dive down, a second Ruse. I think we want access to a dive down if possible. Oh, wield the Rummaging Goblin too. Alright, I'm probably going to end up running the Rummaging, cut the Hierophant's Chalice, and maybe even the Brazen Buccaneers. That Headwater Sentries could be good in our deck. Just a 2/5 for 4 blocks a lot of stuff. I could probably take out the second Pirate's Prize. Granted, there's that makeshift munitions I was talking about, but I guess I'm not producing that many treasures unless I have the Deadeye Plunderers on the battlefield. In fact, maybe it's just safer to, at this point, cut the black cards. That's honestly probably just the safest thing to do. Ah, but it's such an easy splash with treasure, you know? And contract killing is definitely a nice one. Let's see. So we have Plunder. I mean, I guess that doesn't count because it's a black card. 2 Prosperous Pirates, Sailor of Means, double Pirate's Prize to splash contract killing, and a Thematic Compass to find some swamps. I think we want it. I think we want the contract killing. I'm going to cut the second Pirate's Prize and run it like this. And we'll run the Unknown Shores, and I think we only need 1 swamp, in all honesty, again, because of the treasures. That way we can go much higher on our necessary blue and red. Alright, I'm going to ship it like this, and let's go to round 1 of this triple Ixalan draft. Alright, here we are for round 1 of this triple Ixalan draft with our Grixis control deck. I'm on the draw. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. Got a Water Trap Weaver to buy some early time. Hopefully we can flip this Conqueror's Galleon and start going to town. Not stream this time. Just a video recording. Too embarrassed with my stream. Okay, looks like my opponent's going to be on black, white vampires. Thematic Compass, a nice draw there for turn number 2. Alright, an opponent's starting out of the gates really quickly. Bear into 3-drop. Go ahead and just weave here, tapping down the Skymarch Bloodletter for the turn. If this was the person in our draft, then they might very well have like the Sanctum Seeker. And again, I'm just happy to trade off early game. Paladin of the Bloodstained, pretty annoying. Now we have a decision point here, as I don't want to take too much damage, and so I think Fire Cannon Blasting might be a good play, but Pirate's Prize is definitely high on my list too. This is an interesting turn. I think we're going to play it safe and just kill the 3-2 right now. And hope the opponent doesn't develop out their board too large right this turn with a Deacon or something. Oh, they do have the Sanctum Seeker. So we're taking 5 this turn. Yeah, Cannonade's good, but it's not good enough. I think we need a Pirate's Prize. We'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage next turn. But we need a Pirate's Prize, find a land, and then we need to contract kill the Sanctum Seeker into Fiery Cannonade, as I think are out. Okay, so there's the Black Source, perfect. Yeah, so we will be able to contract kill into Cannonade, but I will be at 3 life, and so if they have a Dark Nourishment, I will be dead. Gross creature curve from the opponent, but I mean that's the feeling I'm getting from this format in general. It's just curve out with creatures and you should be in great shape. Let's see if they actually have the Dark Nourishment here. Hopefully they just go like Call to the Feast, and so Cannonade blows them out even more. Alright, looks like they're just passing. Another land for me. So let's go black, black. 1, 2, 3. Contract kill the Sanctum Seeker. Land for turn. And, I mean, I'm going to need to do this anyways to survive, so let's Cannonade main phase and just pass the turn. Hope they don't have a Dark Nourishment. Skymarch Bloodletter, I'm at 2. Queen's Possession. Alright, so they played around it nicely. And we're dead. Because I didn't draw a creature or another removal spell. Like, I can play the land to flip the Compass and prevent the 2 damage from the Bloodletter, but then they just have the 2/1/1s, so that will be the game. GG's. Close. Close, close. Could bring an elaborate Fire Cannon versus the Vampires, but I think we're okay to just run it back. We didn't really have early game plays, and they just had a really nice curve with a Sanctum Seeker, so let's run it back and hope to not get run over so quickly. Alright, game 2 of this first round, and maybe our only round if we lose the next game of this Ixalan draft. Let's play first. Yeah, let's keep this hand. It's not amazing, but I mean, turn 3 Frenzied Raptor, turn 4 Pirate's Prize. Maybe not what we want to be doing in this format. I'm thinking more and more I should just be drafting super straightforward aggro decks, but even when I draft those, I just feel like I get wrecked. I don't know. Just super frustrated with the format overall. And at this point, it's beyond just variance, as I've put in so many drafts that I can't just say, oh, you know, I've been drawing poorly for the last X games. No, it's just, it's something wrong that I'm doing. Oh, looks like opponent mulliganed. They did have a duress though for my for my Pirate's Prize, which is a little bit annoying. But if they don't have a way to deal with the Frenzied Raptor, if they don't find a second land, that's just gonna beat them pretty darn quickly here. Yeah, looks like we're not gonna have much of a game. Ruse. What? Yes, I have a ruse. Don't really want to trade my 4/2 for that. So we'll just run out the Pirate and pass, holding up the ruse. Oh, okay. They drew some lands. And a Bloodletter, so that's not too shabby. Ah, well, that will probably wrap up the game in short order. I'm going to go ahead and attack with both here, as they cannot double block my Prosperous Pirates without taking 4, or if they just trade with Frenzied Raptor, then they're going to take 3 damage. This game is probably over. Preserving our treasures, instead of playing out like Compass, as I'd like to have Ruse for backup. Also, we have double black contract killing in our deck. Alright, let's draw a card for the turn. See if we hit anything off Compass. We did not. There goes our contract killing, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Gonna bash in for 3, and we'll just play the land. Need to draw some spells for this Prosperous Pirates, or sorry, for the Sunbird's Invocation. Pirate's Cutlass, that's fine. They equip, and then we can just Spires whatever creature they attack with. Need to draw spells here. Happy to trade away for 1/1. They're already on a mulligan to 5, and with the Sunbirds, we should be able to out-value them. Yep, equip, that's fine. Again, we just keep on using our pseudo Maze of Ith. have a follow-up Bloodstained. All right, and there's a good draw. 6-drop means we're going to get to look at top 6 cards, find a whammy. We're going to take that Conqueror's Galleon for sure. Awesome. And so now with the Conqueror's Galleon, which we can crew next turn, we can just keep buying back the cards in our graveyard since we have 1,000,000 mana, or we can just draw extra cards. We even have protection from like a Legion's Judgment or a Contract Killing because they know we have the Ruse in hand, so looking pretty good for us. Okay, Adonto Vanguard. No attacks. Fire Cannon Blast. So I can make this a 2/10. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's go ahead and crew up our Galleon. I'm actually going to Fire Cannon their Flyer right now. Get a free Fathom Fleet. Attack for 2. Transform at end of turn. Alright, and with that transformed, I don't think we can particularly lose this game, because now I can start rebuying my Fire Cannon Blast, my Prosperous Pirates, my Pirate's Prize. Yeah, you may equip your little 1/1. They should know I have my Ruse in hand. I guess I'll just do it anyways. Block here. Spires their lifelinker. I'll go ahead and take 3. They'll take 3 from the Sun Crowned. Pious Interdiction. Okay, that's fine. We can just get back our Sirens Roost if we need to. Go ahead and pay 4 to draw a card. Let's pay 6, get back our Fire Cannon Blast. Let's blast their 3/2. Get the trigger from the Sunbird's Invocation. Too much value. Ooh. Get a... They already know I have Cannonade, but this deals 2 damage to my Suncrown Hunters, and it kills their Adonto if they don't pay life, so let's do that. And that'll be all she wrote. They did mulligan to 5 that game, so I don't think that is very representative of a normal game, but yeah, I mean, our deck fired on all cylinders. We got the Sunbird's Invocation out. We started getting the transformed Conqueror's Galleon extreme value. That worked well for us. Let's see if we can do it again for Game 3. Okay, here's Game 3, Round 1 of this Ixalan draft. We are on the draw. Opponent took a mulligan, and I am certainly taking a mulligan here. Can't keep a 6-lander versus this opponent. Okay, this is not a bad hand. We do get a Scry. We have a Fire Cannon Blast for the first creature. We're hoping that they don't curve out too quickly. If they just go 2-drop, 3-drop, you know, we might be in some major issues. Alright, nice that we drew the second mountain for that Fire Cannon Blast. Hopefully they don't have a 2-drop here, but I mean, they're vampires, so I'm going to assume they do. Yeah, this Compass just looks a little bit sad in the face of their creatures now. Seeker's Squire reveals a Queen's Base Soldier with a Bend, so they're missing lands at the very least. That's good for us. We'll just immediately take care of the 2/3 and pass the turn. Okay, 2 and a pass from the opponent. Did find another black source. Play out our Fathom Fleet. I will happily trade here if they let me. Adonto Vanguard, alright. Let's see if they attack in. They do not. Headwater Sentries. Ah, that was a great draw. 2/5 just blocks everything in their deck. Yeah, we just want to buy time. Go find our Sunbird's Invocation. Go find our, well, everything, I guess. Now I need to find a removal spell for that Territorial. Let's go... Let's go Compassing, get another island here. Can transform it next turn. Remember, I don't have 2 swamps in my deck because I'm banking on treasures for contract killing, so a little bit awkward that I can't tutor up a second swamp there. Alright, presumably the opponent has a trick here, as I can just pump up my Fathom Fleet with its own ability. That's such a safer play. I'm going to go with that because I don't want to lose my Sure Strike for nothing. So if they have their trick, they have their trick. Turns out to be Vampire Zeal. Okay. Oof, another follow-up. I'm already at 10 life. Frenzied Raptor, the draw here for me. Yeah, let's play Frenzied Raptor. Let's go get another land. Wish I'd used that Sure Strike now. Transform our Thermatic Compass at this point and pass. I was playing around Slash of Talons by pumping my dude, so I wouldn't have to waste my Sure Strike, but maybe I was supposed to play for the safe play there, as I guess Zeal and Skullduggery were their most likely plays, and Sure Strike would have played around both of those, so that might have just been a mistake on my part. As it stands, they attack with everything. They tap down my Raptor. My only good block with the Headwater Sentries is on the Queen's Bay Soldier. I am not liking my position. That might be the difference in the game, not using the Sure Strike on my Fathom Fleet. Because then they can't make this attack. They can only attack with their Skymarch Bloodletter. Oh boy. Yep, they made the correct play. I fall down to 3 here on the surface of things. They have a follow-up Queen's Commission. We're going to need to draw Fiery Cannonade. Yeah, land's not going to cut it. So I can play the Hunter. They attack with everything. I Spires this. I block 2 creatures. Okay, I'm not technically dead. I'm not technically dead. But they only need to find 1 point of damage to kill me. And look, like if they kill me this turn, I'm just going to die with a Sure Strike in my hand when I could have. Oh, well, that'll do it. Bishop of the Bloodstained. Maybe we couldn't beat it anyways. All right, GG's, my friends. Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm not having a great time with this format. It's just not turning out very fun with me. Now, of course, that's a product of also not winning very much, but I think streamlined aggro decks are just the way to go, whether it be Merfolk, Pirate, Dino, or, like you saw there, Vampires. That being said, like, here's our decks we just drafted, and yes, this is not a good draft deck for this format. It's too dirtily, and it's not streamlined, but it feels like even when I draft those streamlined decks, I just get outmaneuvered, you know? So I'm not quite sure what to take of this format just yet, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this anyways. It's a nice little draft. Even though my opponent mulliganed to 5 in Game 2, we still had some good showings there, and then Game 3 we just got trounced because of that one turn where I opted to not Sure Strike my Fathom Fleet Firebrand. We ended up taking quite a bit of damage and dying to that Bishop of the Bloodstained. So anyways, that's it for this edition of Drafting with Numot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please check out all of our other content here on numotgaming.com and or YouTube. That's Kenji, NumotTheNummy, signing out. Thanks for watching.